Welcome to our group presentation. Today we're going to be talking about the film review of the movie Intouchable. We have 6 people in our group. They are Wang Xingyue, Yang Jia, Wang Xiujia, Wu Mengting, Hu Mu, and Yang Yu. The first part is the introduction and abstract. Hu Mu will be talking about this.
Okay, I will explore the complexity of intercultural communication as depicted in the film Intouchables. Through the friendship between Phillips and Riggs, the film presents the conclusion and fusion of 2 distinctly different cultures, showcasing how prejudices are broken and difference understood. However, does this individualized recollection obscure the deeper complexities of the intercultural communication? Intercultural communication is not just about imitating prejudice and understanding difference. It also requires facing deeper culture conflicts and complexities. True communication involves respecting difference and gaining a deeper understanding, not simply relying on humor or an idealized friendship. Okay, next, please watch the video.
Les cités, ils n'ont aucune pitié. Je fais ce que je veux. Aucune pitié. Ce truc de ouf, là.
Vous avez fini de jouer, non?
Eh bien, en fait, vous sentez rien du tout, là.
Okay, I will discuss whether the breaking of prejudice in the film Intouchables is portrayed in an overly idealized way. The film showcased the deep friendship between Philip, a wealthy man, and Riggs, a young man from a disadvantaged background, crossing culture and class boundaries. Similarly, in fault-lacing breaking, prejudice and difference. However, are we overlooking the complexity behind this? In the film, Riggs gradually integrates into Philip's life, and it seems that with goodwill and acceptance, all prejudice and class difference can be eliminated. Is this idealized breakthrough oversimplifying and the real challenges of international communication? In fact, prejudice is not only merely a misunderstanding at the individual level, it is deeply rooted in history, social structures, and cultural backgrounds. Breaking prejudice requires not only mature understanding but also some social change. While the film, how friendship can transcend difference, it neglects the long-term effort and deep social reform needed to overcome prejudice. In conclusion, Intouchables presents an idealized story, but the elimination of prejudice is far more complex than what is portrayed in the film. Thank you.
Then we talk about whether the impact of power difference on cultural exchange is underestimated. In the film The Intouchable, the employer Philip has economic and social status, which gives him dominant power, while Dress is in a relatively position. Despite this, dress still show freedom and individuality. Is this unclear relationship in the film too comfortable? The film does not go into the power difference between the employer and the caregiver, but instead portrays an comfortable cultural exchange, similar to the condescending and inclusiveness of the upper class rather than an awkward dialogue. This treatment may consider the power imbalance in cultural exchanges and weaken dress subjectivity as an independent individual.
Let's start with the role of humor in cross-cultural communication. In Intouchables, humor is a key to bridge cultural difference. The film uses dramatic humor to ease tensions between Philip and Jess, but the approach raises questions. Does humor generally promote cross-cultural understanding, or does it hit deeper issues? Humor is often high context mean it depends on shared cultural knowledge. What one culture finds funny might cause misunderstandings, discomfort in another. While humor can smooth our conflicts, it risks our flying or even masking deeper class, access or cultural tensions. Next.
Begin by looking at how Intouchables romanticizes cultural differences. The film shows two very different worlds. The Phillips' aristocratic lifestyle and Dresses' streetwise approach, coming together seamlessly. And while this is inspiring, it oversimplifies the reality of intercultural relationships. As highlighted in the slide, cultural exchange often comes with challenges and conflicts, not the smooth, perfect integration shown in the movie. This idealized portrayal hides the real struggles of dealing with power dynamics, prejudice, and cultural conflict. While the film celebrates diversity, it makes cultural exchange look easier than it really is. And to understand intercultural communication better, we must acknowledge the difficulties and personal growth involved in bridging cultural gaps.
The movie Intouchables primarily focuses on the personal relationship between Philip and Jess, while less exploring the impact of their respective culture groups on the interaction. Jess represents the culture of the slums, while Philip represents the elite, but the movie does not dive deeply into the collision of these two cultures and its impact on the relationship, simplifying the role of culture groups in cross-cultural communication.
In Touch highlights the power of empathy in bridging social divides, but it simplifies language barriers while Dudley's informal, third-page contrasts with Philip's. The film overlooks the real tensions language difference can create cross-cultural relationships.
Now, moving to Hofstad's value dimensions, the relationship between Philip and Jess reflects several cultural contrasts. For example, Philip respects the individualist's willing independence, while Jess comes from a collectivist background. While family and the community are central, the difference creates tension but also mature growth. Regarding power distance, Philip's wealth and status create a clear healthy, but Jess' culture and straightforward attitudes reduce this gap, fostering equality finally in terms of masculinity versus femininity. Philip's focus on sexing contrasts with Jess' more spontaneous and nurturing nature. Together, their difference highlight how openness to other cultural values can lead to personal growth and richer perspectives. Next.
Now, let's consider how cultural adaptation theory appears in the film. At first, Dress rejects Philip's formal and refined lifestyle, while Philip finds Dress's blood and unpolished personality hard to handle. This stage, called initial resistance, reflects the natural tensions when two very different cultures meet. As their relationship develops, they move into acculturation and integration. Dries starts to enjoy Philip's world art and classical music, while Philip learns to appreciate Dries' humor and spontaneity. As this change shows how openness and effort can create a shared culture space. However, the film doesn't address deeper issues like inequality and prejudice, which often complicate cultural adaptation in real life. While it celebrates personal growth, Intouchables reminds us that lasting cultural integration also requires fixing the systemic barriers, and to make meaningful change possible.
Intouchables tells the story of Philip, a wealthy man who becomes disabled in an accident and develops a wonderful friendship with a young black man named Dries from the slums. The theme of the movie is profound and touching, focusing on human nature, friendship, and class difference. It conveys the idea that the beauty of humanity and can transcend various difficulties and advocates for equality and respect. The characters in the film are vividly portrayed, with Philip being paralyzed from the neck down and deeply lonely and homeless. Dries is a poor black youth. Although their relationship initially began an employer and employee relationship, they later developed in an equal and sincere friendship. In terms of the artist's techniques, the film performs excellently. The humorous and widely plot setting perfect complements the warm and touching emotional expression. The film's score is also exquisite, enhancing the film's emotional impact.
In Touch, masterfully depicts the evolving friendship between Dries and Philip, moving from an employer-employee relationship to one for equality and sincerity. Next, with a depth, cast, and powerful narrative that celebrates humanity, leaving a lasting impact and inviting deep reflection on the beauty of friendship and connection.
Through the friendship between Philip and Dries, Intouchables shows the possibilities and challenges of cross-cultural communication. The film presents the relationship between different classes and cultures by breaking down prejudices. Although the cultural reconciliation in it is a bit comfortable, the issue revealed behind it are worth reflecting on. After overcoming prejudices, exchanges between cultures can produce deep connection and even build stronger bridges through cultural difference. Finally, thank you for watching.